Good morning, MDRT. My name's Roy Hall from the Gold Coast, Queensland, in Australia. And if you'd asked me what my life would be like, I had not actually planned to be a financial advisor. I know many of you out here have worked so hard to qualify to be here today and may have always had this as your planned journey. But many, like myself, have taken to this journey through opportunities that have allowed us to work in this profession of commitment and passion. And I'm grateful that life led me this way. For me, 21 years ago, I was not really considering my long-term career path, but more so having the time of my life. I drove Nadine, who was to be my future wife, to levels of anxiety that I did not even realise at the time. I loved to be the daredevil. I loved anything fast. And when I had the adrenaline pumping through my veins, that's when I had the biggest smile. And all my daredevil passions, they were shared with my very best friend, Ross. We paved roads of unforgettable memories together. And with all of our common interests, our friendship only grew stronger over the years. And when I married my sweetheart, Ross stood beside me. And when he married his wife, Sue-Ann, I had the honour of standing beside him. The day we brought home our baby girl, Shayla, from the hospital, we learnt that they were expecting a baby girl of their own. And over the next few years, our siblings came along and they grew up together, side by side, just like our roads had always continued to be paved, always side by side. We shared all our dreams together, purchasing our first home, the dreams of being successful in our careers and making sure we could provide the best possible lives for our families. We even worked in the same banking institution, all four of us striving for the same goals. And our dreams went beyond. They went to retirement. And together we were going to fulfil a bucket list of travel destinations. We would chat about this as we had many beach holidays together. We would go boating and caravanning, and there was endless spontaneous barbecues. Unforgettable memories that would last a lifetime. On June 4, 2014, it was a typical Wednesday morning, and after coming up for air after several client meetings, my team had mentioned to me that over the radio, they'd heard that there'd been a car accident on a local road that I knew well. A 40-year-old man had lost his life. And I still remember the exact thought sitting there, another young life taken too soon. I hoped that he had insurance to protect his family. A few hours later, sitting in my car on the way home, reflecting on a positive day at the office and my upcoming 41st birthday party for my best mate Ross, and my trip to the annual meeting for MDRT in Toronto the following week. Then I got that call. The call that you never expect to get. My best mate was the man that was killed when he hit the tree. It was his life that was taken too soon. And in that instant, my life stopped as well. Our family's lives would never be the same again. See, Ross was a client of mine also. I had done my job as an advisor, and there would be a check, an insurance payout. But what I would learn, that is invaluable that it is, how much of a gap still remains. I've always known that my profession changes lives, and that is why I've chosen this career. I've done this for so many clients already, handed over those priceless checks, but what I didn't realise until being so personally involved was the value of it also saving the lives of the ones left behind. I normally hand over the cheque to the beneficiary, but wasn't involved in their daily ongoing lives to see the difference it did make in the grieving process, and it does make all the difference. I can promise you that. To watch not just a widow, but your best friend's wife, with 2 young children, and to cope with not just her grief, but also to figure out how to continue her life without her soulmate beside her side was heart-wrenching. I experienced the most bittersweet moment of my life when I handed over his life insurance cheque for $2.4 million as his final gift to her. It was something that I'd never prepared myself for emotionally. It was Ross, my best friend, who I never imagined wouldn't be beside me for life either. I never really thought that this policy would ever need to be used. But knowing that Sue-Ann and their two daughters were going to be financially secure because of the insurance claim, and that would make her life so much easier and so very different to what could have been, it brought me some peace through those endless nights that I grieved for him. The insurance monies will never replace him. The dollars will not make up for the pain and loss suffered and the emptiness that surrounds not just a home, but everyone's hearts. It did allow her, however, to focus on not being a sole income earner and to care and to provide for their two daughters. It did allow her to continue the lifestyle that they had spent 15 years creating. And importantly, it gave her time to grieve, to say goodbye. But most importantly, it has allowed their families to keep living in his absence and actually live those dreams, instead of losing him and all their lifelong dreams with him the day he passed. His legacy now lives on as well. 3 years on, and life is still tainted with sadness. This type of scar never fully heals, and nor should it. He was a larger-in-life personality and an unforgettable presence. Ross's wife Sue-Ann has now been able to build their dream home. Those beautiful children have been able to stay at the same private school, stay with their same circle of friends, and the girls have been able to continue to do what they love most, their dancing lessons. Their eldest daughter Hayley now has the funding to live out her own dream, to train as a ballet dancer in a very renowned school in New York City. Sue-Ann was able to return to work on a part-time basis, allowing her to balance her time between an income earner and being a mum. She has continued to fulfil those dreams that they'd shared together, the dreams that we'd all talked about. All the dreams were never doubted. So for me, this heartbreaking event and the journey that has followed has brought me so much clarity to my purpose in life and cemented why I have a passion for this industry. My role in spreading awareness to the importance of life insurance to all of those around me, I have seen this insurance policy fulfill the legacy. We can all change lives and make a real difference because of the profession that we're so blessed to be a part of. The value of this cover may feel like it's only a number, but when you pass that check over, it becomes so much more. It provides a life to continue when one has been taken away. Ironically, I speak today, and it was my best friend's birthday of the 6th of June. Thank you.